So you want to run D&D, huh? Well, that sounds like a great idea. Being a DM is one of the most creative and rewarding things you can do. Sure, you may feel overwhelmed now, but soon you'll be a master of weaving these epic stories that will have players running between different planes of existence, or exploring dusty, trap-filled tombs, battling these large, barbaric and savage beasts, or maybe even navigating tense and sophisticated political intrigue. And the best bit is you'll be joining literally millions of other people who already do this. You and your players will be taking foot in a shared imagination of literally limitless potential. Your players can be the hero of their own story, or the villain! Together, your players will want to outmaneuver and outsmart their adversaries, or join them. And as a player, there is nothing more satisfying than stacking up all of these dominoes, and right when the moment strikes, flicking the smallest one, setting off a chain of events and watching the world react to you. There's almost no medium in the world that lets you choose when you want to do this, except maybe the cheese wheels in Skyrim, but let's move on. So this video is for the first time DMers, the people who know what D&D is, just not sure how D&D is done. People who think, well, how do you write an adventure or prep a session? It'd be really useful if someone could do one for me so I could have a template to go on. Yeah, it would, wouldn't it? Good morning, Internet. How are you doing? I am Dan Howells, aka Dover, and welcome to your first session. Over on my Twitch page, the chat and I designed and wrote a D&D one-shot designed for level 1 players and a first-time DM. It's small and self-contained, but lightweight and flexible enough for you to really bolt anything onto it that you want. I know not everyone's going to watch the end of this video. So, to make it clear, the link to the Google Drive that contains both the session notes and the dungeon map are in the YouTube description of this and every video we make. If you want to stop watching now, take those files, start learning and tweaking them ready to play with your friends tonight, that is awesome. That is the point that they are there. But if you want to learn how we took a blank page and turned it into a D&D session, then stick around. Okay, firstly, the big question. Does D&D cost money? Do I have to go and buy 3 big tomes that are the Dungeon Master's Guide, the Monster Manual, and the Player's Handbook before I can even start playing D&D? Not at all. See, when Wizards of the Coast released the 5th edition of Dungeons & Dragons back in 2016, they did so with a slight change. They released a free PDF known as the Basic Rule, which anyone can go and download and own for free. And there is a distilled, boiled down version of those 3 books. It tells you how to play, how to make a character, what monsters you can use, and what spells are available for you. And they designed it with this lightweight rule system in place. The idea that anyone can go and bolt things onto the side of this game. So if you never want to spend a penny and just keep designing and creating things to bolt onto this PDF when you get burnt out with the stuff that's in there, then you can play D&D legally for free forever. That's homebrewing, baby. Everything we've made so far has been made with these free rules. That means you'll never hit a paywall or walled off content with the stuff that we make from Wizards of the Coast. That means if you're alive, you're allowed to make D&D content right now. On stream, we used the D&D Beyond website, which is Wizards of the Coast official online toolkit. That's only because I prefer D&D Beyond's website to bookmarked PDFs. I like the way that you can filter things down and the way information is laid out on there. But you can use whatever you want. That's the rules sorted, now we need characters. In the Google Drive I mentioned earlier, you'll notice that there are the session notes, the map, the PDF, and 5 level 1 characters. What I suggest you do is you ignore the first chapter of the rules and you say, hey players, here are 5 cool characters. Pick one, think of a name, find some art online, and you are 99% of the way to playing Dungeons & Dragons right now. Wait, hold on. Don't dice come into this at some point? All I've heard about D&D is bags full of shiny math rocks that people have to roll. That hit me in the eye. Ow. No, almost every device you have can already roll dice, be it websites, apps, or even your Google and Alexa. Okay, hey Google, roll a d20. I don't know if I'm going to pick up.
You got 20.
I got a 20! That's good to know. Okay, now the actual session. If you're going to run the one we've already prepared for you, then just read it, learn the material, and learn the truths of the world. Remember, your job is just to provide the world for the players to explore. You don't need to get involved with what they're doing or really how they're going to do it. Don't tell them anything more than the world would. Leave the rest up to your players and leave them space to play. Trust me, they're going to surprise you, and it is going to be awesome. See, the what and the how are up to the players. But the outcome? Well, that's the dice in you, baby. So the truths of the world. These are the main things you want to prepare when preparing a session. Not of the story, but of the world itself. The players don't need to begin knowing all these truths. They just need to know that the truths are there to be discovered. For example,
winter is coming.
Now that is a truth. Winter is coming. All that sentence means is something will happen. It doesn't matter if your players are ready or not, or even if they're there when it happened. But winter is coming. What are you going to do about it? Okay, we have a high-level concept of what D&D looks like. Now let's look at our Twitch stream and see how we got from a blank page to a session. The best DM I ever played with, right, once told me the most valuable lesson, which is I can make it up now, or I can make it up at the table. Because I'm making it up either way. And that is such a crucial lesson. Guys, don't give yourself homework. You want to write bullet points, like almost like stepping stones that can lead you in a bunch of different directions. What if we said kobolds live in the nearby woods, and then one day a big kobold showed up, which no one knows, but we know is a lizard folk who was covered himself in red paint. Shifting to Wolf says, plot twist, the lizard folk is working for the dragon Wormling, ordering the kobolds to raid villages in order to start the Wormling's treasure hoard. Wow! These are the truths of the world. There is a village, it mines and fishes. 2 days ago, lizard folk and kobolds came in. A day before that, they uncovered a tomb. All of those are true, and we have not written where they get that information from. So you want no more than 3 to 5 encounters. Well, an encounter is anything that stops the players in their tracks. I would like at least 1 fight, 1 trap, 1 NPC to talk to, and 1 riddle. The idea of an opening cutscene. This is how I tell the players information they should know about the world. Bikin says, every town needs the following: a place to stay, a place to pay, and a place to pray. And the rest can just be developed in the moment. The kobolds have barricaded themselves in the mine. How are they going to break that down? I have no idea. Let's say we're going to have 4 rooms, including the temple tool room, the store room, the actual mine where they're excavating, which is where the battle with Cinderfang will take down, penumbral nights. So those are going to be the rooms that come in, right? That is essentially our dungeon. Done. Let's do an ever-smoking bottle. That sounds fun. We won't put any more items in here. Put an NPC in here, guys. I'm Mutt. Shy, scared little character who can help the players. We now need the hidden room, the crypt of the penumbral nights. The door has a riddle. If you wish to gain entrance, an offering must be cast, not of arcane or mystic, but something you've amassed. Put a torch on the door itself. Yes! Oh my god! What if you can't see the riddle unless the specific torch is on it? Yes, have the riddle be lit by the torch, and then they have to use that is genius! I love it! Next thing we need to design is the map for this mine. This is a dungeon map. I like to use a free tool, Dungeon Map Doodler. The entrance leads to a storeroom, which will make it just a small storeroom here. This is the reason why I like to do my writing first, so I know the rooms I'm going to have. That is a excavation room. Now, if you remember, we said this room was going to be raised on a platform. So then there's going to be a door here, and then we'll have our crypt here. That's what a dungeon looks like. It really doesn't have to be any more complicated than that. So why am I putting numbers down on this? So when you have this in front of you and your notes in front of you, you can just say, right, I only need to read the page that is relevant to what we're about to read. You'll notice I haven't written how many goblins or kobolds or monsters are in these encounters. That's really up to you. Together, we have written a one-shot. We have planned out the map. We did it, guys. Together, we had a successful stream. This has been so fun. Okay, guys, that's all for today. Remember, the Twitch stream, Designing a Dragon, goes live every Sunday at 11 a.m. GMT, and then the videos will be following on YouTube in the coming days. Our Google Drive and our Discord are linked down below, along with the music that we used in this video and the Twitch stream. Remember to take care, stay safe, and be good to each other. That hit me in the eye. Ow.